The Indian Constitution, adopted on November 26, 1949, is a remarkable legal document that serves as the bedrock of the world's largest democracy. It outlines the framework of India's government, defines fundamental rights and duties of its citizens, and upholds principles of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. However, in the 7 decades since its adoption, the Indian Constitution has undergone 104 amendments to accommodate the changing needs and aspirations of the Indian population. Let's explore the important amendments that have shaped the Indian Constitution, look into the reasons for these changes, and examine their impact on the nation's political, social, and economic landscape. Amending a constitution is not a matter to be taken lightly, and the Indian Constitution has seen numerous changes to address specific needs and challenges. The primary reasons for constitutional amendments include adaptation to changing times. Society, economics, and politics are in a constant state of flux. Constitutional amendments ensure that the Constitution remains relevant and effective in addressing contemporary issues. For example, amendments have been made to address technological advancements, environmental concerns, and changing demographics. Emerging issues, new challenges, and unforeseen problems often require legislative solutions. Amendments are a means to address these issues comprehensively within the constitutional framework. This could include tackling corruption, addressing terrorism, or dealing with economic disparities. Correction of past injustices. Some amendments are aimed to rectifying historical injustices or imbalances. These changes often promote social justice and equality, and they include provisions for affirmative action and reservations to uplift marginalized communities. The power to amend the Indian Constitution rests with the Parliament of India. The process of amending the Constitution follows a clear and structured path. An amendment bill is introduced in either the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. The bill must be approved by both houses with a special majority, which requires the support of 2/3 of the members present and voting in each house. After passing both houses, the bill is sent to President for their assent. The President's role in this process is mostly ceremonial, and they are expected to act in accordance with the advice of the Council of Ministers. Once the President gives their assent, the bill becomes an act of Parliament and is incorporated into the Constitution. The Constitution is then deemed to have been amended in accordance with the provisions of the amendment. India's Constitution has witnessed several significant amendments that have left a lasting impact on the nation. Let's see a few notable examples. First Amendment 1951. This landmark amendment introduced the concept of compulsory acquisition of land for public purposes and made it a fundamental right. It was a response to the Jamindari system, which was seen as exploitative and was detrimental to the socio-economic development of the country. Seventh Amendment 1956. This amendment abolished the concept of compulsory retirement for judges and secured their tenure. It was a crucial step in ensuring the independence of the judiciary. Ninth Amendment 1960. The Ninth Amendment inserted the Ninth Schedule to the Constitution, which protects certain laws from judicial review. This amendment was made to shield land reform laws from legal challenges. 24th Amendment 1971. This amendment abolished privy purses and special privileges for the erstwhile rulers of princely states. It marked a significant step in the process of democratic consolidation and abolition of hereditary privileges. 42nd Amendment 1976. Enacted during the emergency, this amendment granted sweeping powers to the executive and curtailed fundamental rights. It was met with criticism for its undemocratic nature. 44th Amendment 1978. This amendment was a response to the excesses of the emergency and sought to restore the democratic rights and liberties that had been curtailed during that period. 86th Amendment 2002. This amendment introduced reservation in educational institutions and government jobs for economically backward sections of society. It aimed at providing opportunities to historically disadvantaged communities. The 95th Amendment 2009. Political representation is at the heart of any democracy, and the delimitation of the constituencies is crucial in ensuring fair and equal representation. The 95th Amendment Act of 2009 froze the delimitation of constituencies until 2020 2026, ensuring that political representation remained consistent with the 1971 census. This amendment aimed to address regional disparities and protect the political interests of marginalized communities and regions. The 101st Amendment Act 2016. The Goods and Services Tax is one of the most significant tax reforms in independent India. It replaced the complex and fragmented structure with a unified tax system, making it easier to do business across state boundaries. The 101st Amendment Act of 2016 enabled the introduction of GST, aiming to streamline the taxation process and promote economic growth. This historic amendment brought India one step closer to a common national market. 103rd Amendment 2019. In a landmark move to promote social justice, the 103rd Amendment Act of 2019 introduced a 10% reservation in educational institutions and government jobs for economically weaker sections of the general category. This was a significant departure for the previous reservation system, which was primarily based on caste. The amendment aimed to provide opportunities to underprivileged individuals who did not benefit from existing reservation policies. The 119th Amendment 2019. The Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 sparked significant controversy and debates across the country. While not an amendment to the Constitution itself, it aimed to modify India's citizenship laws by providing a fast track to Indian citizenship for religious minorities from neighboring countries. The Citizenship Amendment Act raised concerns about religious discrimination and its potential impact on the secular fabric of the nation. It underscores the ongoing debates and discussions about the nature of Indian citizenships and the principles enshrined in the Constitution. Constitutional amendments have played a pivotal role in the development of India as a nation. They have had several notable impacts. Many amendments have reinforced the democratic framework of India by protecting the rights of citizens, ensuring the independence of judiciary, and promoting free and fair elections. Social justice. Amendments introducing reservations and affirmative action have been essential in addressing historical inequalities and promoting social justice. Addressing emerging challenges. Amendments have provided the legal framework for dealing with new challenges such as environmental protection, economic development, and security concerns. Restoration of liberties. In some instances, amendments have been necessary to restore fundamental rights and civil liberties, which were curtailed during periods of political turmoil. National integration. The Indian Constitution has been instrumental in fostering national unity and integrating diverse regions and communities. To conclude, the Indian Constitution is a dynamic and evolving document that has adapted to the changing needs and challenges of the Indian nation. It is a testament to the wisdom of the framers that they provided a mechanism for amending the Constitution to ensure its continued relevance. As India continues to face new challenges and opportunities in the 21st century, it is likely that the Constitution will continue to be amended to adapt to the changing times. These amendments will continue to shape the political, social, and economic landscape of the nation, ensuring that the values enshrined in the Constitution remain a guiding light for the world's largest democracy. Before we close, let's see some important points to remember. The Indian Constitution has been amended 104 times since its adoption in 1949. Amendments are necessary to adopt the Constitution to changing circumstances and address emerging issues. The power to amend the Constitution lies with the Parliament of India. Amendments have a significant impact on the development of India, strengthening democracy, promoting social justice, and addressing challenges. The Indian Constitution is a dynamic document that will continue to evolve through the process of amendment.